Hello everyone, we will continue the topic SAP ABAP new syntax, and in this video we will cover parallel cursor. How we can apply parallel cursor using the new syntax. Parallel cursor is fully explained in the ABAP programming part 2 playlist. Those who do not have any idea about the parallel cursor, they can simply refer the playlist of ABAP programming part 2 and they can learn parallel cursor. So in this video, I will cover only that part which is required at this point of time. So what is parallel cursor? Parallel cursor is used in the nested loops. Whenever we are going for nested loops, parallel cursor is used to achieve the good performance. Whenever you will go for nested loops, yes, the technical reviewer or whoever is reviewing your code, they will always ask you to apply the parallel cursor. So firstly, we will understand what parallel cursor is. And so many people ask this, yes, how we can apply parallel cursor in the nested loops using the new ABAP syntax. So we will firstly understand by example. Suppose as of now what we did. If I will go for the report which we developed, we have a loop on VBAK. We have a loop on VBAP. This is the report which we developed using the new syntax. So this is nested loops. Now, if I will go for the problem here, what is the performance issue here? Suppose we will understand by example. Suppose from the screen, I'm giving 1, 2, 3 sales order number, 1, 2, 3. In the first internal table, I have 3 records because for every sales order number, there is one record. For every sales order number, there will be one entry into VBAK table. So in first internal table, I have 3 records. Now I will go for second internal table. So in the second internal table, I have total 6 records. For sales order number 1, 2 records. For sales order number 2 records. For sales order number 2, 2 records. For sales order number 3, 2 records. Now how this loop inside loop will work, because as of now there is no parallel cursor. So firstly, this record will go to work area. Control will come to inner loop. Whenever control will come to inner loop will continue 6 times. Now again, for second record of outer loop, inner loop will continue 6 times. So 6 plus 6, 12. Now for third record of outer loop, inner loop will also continue 6 times. So it is 18. Just see, in the output, we are only going for 6 records, but inner loop is continuing 18 times. Ideally, what should be the process? For this first record of outer loop, inner loop should continue only these 2 times. Whenever this record will come, it should exit. Whenever we will go for this, so it should only go for this, and it will exit after that. For this record, it should only go for this. It should not go for other records. Ideally, it should be the process. Why we are going for unnecessary? For every out record of outer loop, inner loop will continue. And just think, if outer loop has 10 records and inner loop has suppose 20,000 record, so for every record of outer loop, inner loop is continuing. Inner loop is going 20,000 times. It means 10 into 20,000. So how much performance it will impact? So what is the solution for the same? We need to apply parallel cursor. Whenever we will go for parallel cursor, for this first record, it will only go for these two. Now for this second record, it will only go for these two. For this third record, it will only go for these two. So how much performance effective it is? And yes, in real projects, yes, if it is possible, always avoid the nested loops. But yes, some scenarios we cannot avoid the nested loops. So in that case, yes, whenever you are going for nested loops, please go for parallel cursor. Anyways, whatever with the help of old syntaxes is there, it is already covered in ABAP programming part 2. And old syntaxes are not obsolete. They are as it is, yes. So you must have a knowledge of old syntaxes also. You must have a knowledge of new syntaxes also. So here, how we will go for parallel cursor using the new syntax. So if I will go for, so what I will do, I will not touch this existing program. I will just make a copy, and in that program, we will apply the parallel cursor. So firstly, we will write the logic, and then we will understand each and everything in the debugging. So I'll just make a copy of this program. I will click on to copy button. Suppose I will write underscore. Okay, suppose ZPRG sales. Okay, I will just write parallel cursor. Suppose I will write, okay, I'll just write parallel cursor. Okay, I'll just write cursor. Or we will write new syntax underscore C. Okay, suppose for cursor. I will just select all. I will go for copy. I will save this as a local object. And we will learn 3 to 4 important points here. I will activate. Now, for the good understanding, I'll just remove this commented code. Now we will go for parallel cursor. Now, whenever you are going for old syntaxes, if I will go for the old syntax, how we are going there? We are, before applying a loop on the inner internal table, we will simply read the inner internal table. Why we are reading the inner internal table? So that we will get a index of the matching record, and then we are looping the internal table based upon that index only. And whenever whenever order number is not matching, we are simply exiting. Anyways, I told, if you do not have any idea about parallel cursor, just refer to the playlist of ABAP programming part 2, because here I will go for that knowledge which is required at this point of time. So in the old syntaxes, what we are doing, before applying a loop on the inner internal table, we'll simply read that internal table. Why we are reading the internal table? So that we will get a index of the matching record. Whenever we have the index of the matching record, the inner loop will continue from that index itself. And whenever the orders number are not matching, we are simply exiting. Anyways, here also, whenever I will explain in the debugging mode, you will get the 100% clarity. So those who do not have any idea about parallel cursor, there's nothing to worry. Just go with the steps. I will just write the logic. Whenever I will explain in the debugging mode, you will get the 100% clarity. Now in SAP ABAP new syntax, you all know, yes, we will not go for read table. We need to go for table expressions. Yes. Now the first question comes, yes, how we will get the index, how we will get the index of the matching record. In the previous, in old syntaxes, you have put a read table statement, and with the help of that you are getting the index of the matching record. But here we need to go for table expression. So with the help of table expression, how we will get the index of the matching record. So how I will apply? Here you will get the learning. Suppose I am declaring one variable. I am writing LV underscore index. So into this particular variable, we will get the index of the matching record. Now we have a new thing, and yes, many times interviewer asks this, yes, how you are getting the index of the selected record in the table expression. So we have a statement line underscore index. But this line underscore index, it will return the index of the matching record. Now, what is our internal table? LT underscore VBAP. So I will simply write LT underscore VBAP. Now, what will be the condition? What will be the condition? I will simply pass VBELN is equal to LWA VBAK VBEL. I'll just close this bracket. I'll just close this bracket. I'll just go for without space. Yes. Now, how we will get the index of the matching record? Whenever you have old syntaxes, you are using read table. Now we are going for new syntaxes. So we are using table expressions. So in table expressions, yes, we have line underscore index statement. With the help of line underscore index statement, it will return the index of the matching record. Just think how it will work. Suppose LWAVBAK sales VBELN is 1. So VBELN is 1. It will check into this internal table where is the VBELN 1, and it will return the index to which particular variable LV underscore index. And this is what we want. Now, here, now in this inner loop, rather than we are going for where condition, now we need to go for index. So how we will do? I will simply comment this. And now I will write from, what is the index variable? In which variable you have the index LV underscore index. Now we will go for simple. Here I will write the logic inside this loop. You all know we need to exit from the loop also. Anyways, those who do not have any idea about parallel cursor, just write the logic at this point of time. Because whenever I will go for debugging, you will get the guaranteed 100% clarity. So there is nothing to worry. So here I will write if first work area VBELN is not equal to second work area VBELN. And here I will write exit. We are exiting from the inner loop, and in the else part, our particular logic will execute whatever the logic is there. Just at this point of time, just go with the logic. Anyways, logic will always remain static for the parallel cursor. And whenever I will explain in the debugging mode, you will get the guaranteed 100% clarity. I will check the syntax and I will activate. So what we have done so far, with the help of line underscore index, we are getting the index of the matching record. And rather than looping based upon where condition, we are going for from that particular index. Into this variable, we have the index. Now here I will write one if condition. Suppose I am writing if LV underscore index is not initial. So this particular logic will execute, else it will not execute. So I'm going for end if here. I will just explain why I have written this, because this is our current requirement. That's why I have written this. Suppose I will go for simple example. Just I will in the Excel, I'm putting a sales order number 4. I'm going for a perception that it is not mandatory that at the initial level, line item number will be there. Okay. So suppose we'll go for this record. So this, I'll just go here. Suppose sales order number 4 went to this work area. Sales order number 4 went to this work area. Now it will go to inner loop. Yes, it will go to inner loop. What is sales order number 4? It will check into this internal table. Do you have sales order number 4? We do not have sales order number 4. So in that case, what will be the index? Index will be 0. It will not return any index. Yes, because there is no matching record. So in that case, what will happen? LV underscore index variable will be initial. If there is nothing, it means this particular inner loop should not execute at all. That's why I have put a if condition. Is not initial means is not null, is not blank. So I have put this if condition. Yes, because if there is no matching record, yes, there is no need for this particular loop. Now, suppose if you are saying yes, at least one matching record will be there, then there is no need for this particular if condition. Yes. Now, what is the summary of this particular video? Extremely important video, and so many people ask, yes, how I can apply parallel cursor using the new syntax. Okay, now I'll just forgot to write one thing. I will sort this internal table from where we are getting that index. I will just explain also why we are sorting this. Anyways, we cannot apply binary search in table expressions. In old syntaxes, we have the option of binary search also, yes. Now, we will just go for summarize. What is the summary of this particular video? In this video, we are covering, yes, how we can apply parallel cursor using the new syntaxes. Whenever you are going for nested loops, parallel cursor is required, yes, because during your code review, your technical reviewer will say, yes, why you are not going for parallel cursor? I explained, yes, whenever you are going for nested loops, if you are not going for parallel cursor, for every record of outer loop, inner loop will continue that much time. So how much performance it will impact at that point of time? And I took the example, suppose outer loop has 2 records, but inner loop has 40,000 record. So 1 into 40,000, 2 into 40,000, and this how much performance it will impact at that point of time. So with the help of parallel cursor, for every record, yes, the inner loop will continue for the matching records only. Else it will simply exit from the inner loop. So in the old syntaxes, you are getting the index in the old syntaxes. Whenever you are going for old syntax, before applying the loop, we are going for read table. Why we are going for read table? So that we will get the index of the matching record. And rather than looping based upon where condition, we are simply using that index. And whenever the records are not matching, we are simply exiting. Same thing we did here. Now, rather than read table, because we are going for new syntaxes, so rather than read table, you need to go for table expressions. So question comes, how you will get the index of the first matching record? So we have a statement line underscore index. With the help of this, we will get the index of the first matching record. So I put this condition. So from this internal table, it will apply line and underscore index, and index will be returned to this variable. Now, rather than loop on where condition, we have put from that particular index variable. And if VBELN is not matching, we are simply exiting. Now, I put this if condition. Why I put this if condition? Because we are going for a perception that it is not mandatory that item data will be there at the initial level. If there is no matching record in the inner loop, yes, why we should go here? Yes, so I put a if condition and I sorted this internal table. Whenever I will go for the debugging, yes, I will explain why I'm going for sorting of this internal table. Anyways, whenever we covered this old syntaxes, we sorted this internal table, and so many people knows why we are going for sorting of this internal table. And one important point, those who do not have any idea about parallel cursor, no problem. Anyways, whatever is required, it is covered in this video. And whenever I will explain in the debugging mode, you will get the guaranteed 100% clarity. So that's it into this particular video. Thank you.